Greetings, I'm Rodolfo Dito Tundator. What happens to a child's future when there's no road, no classroom, and no teacher? This presentation explores how the lack of school infrastructure and access to education deepens poverty, widens the gap between communities, and leaves displaced children behind. It reminds us that building a school means opening doors to hope and opportunity. Let me begin with a question. Why do so many children still learn on broken foundations? If education is truly a right, then every school should be a place of hope, not hardship. Some of the issues and problems in elementary and secondary education faces are infrastructure and facilities and access to education. According to the World Bank, infrastructure and facilities include buildings, classrooms, electricity, water, and sanitation. Basic needs that shape a child's ability to learn safely and with dignity. More than that, access to education means more than just entering a school gate. It means being in a learning environment that supports every child's well-being, growth, and future. And yet in many places, these basic conditions are missing. If every child truly deserves a safe space to learn, what justifies the silence in the face of such realities? Poverty draws the line between those who have and those who strive. Until every child learns in fair conditions, equality in education remains a question, not a reality. In many communities facing poverty, education goes beyond learning. It becomes a daily struggle for survival. Limited resources in poor communities often mean schools cannot maintain proper infrastructure, leaving children to study in classrooms with leaking roofs and broken furniture. Alongside this, the insufficient school facilities like clean water, toilets, and electricity creates an unsafe and uncomfortable environment for learning. Poverty also brings barriers to school attendance, as some children must walk long distances or miss school due to lack of food, transportation, or supplies. These challenges create educational disparities where children in poor communities struggle with fewer resources and chances than those in wealthier neighborhoods. If education is the key to opportunity, then why are so many doors still locked for the poor? If education is the key to opportunity, location often decides who can unlock the door. In remote areas, poor infrastructure and difficult access turn learning into a daily challenge. Here are the following reasons. Remote schools with limited infrastructure often have unsafe, makeshift classrooms with leaking roofs and no proper flooring. Children in mountainous barangays hike for hours on muddy trails, especially during rainy seasons just to attend school. Teachers also face struggles carrying supplies by foot since roads are often unavailable. Deliveries arrive late or not at all, and materials are protected with sacks or plastic bags from the rain. Because of these challenges, isolated communities have fewer educational opportunities, lacking specialized teachers, updated school tools, and extracurricular programs simply due to the location. This proves one thing. Education in remote areas survives not by ease but by heart. Where classrooms are fragile and roads are rough, education endures through the quiet strength of teachers and children. But when conflict and displacement arise, the barriers grow even deeper. Schools are damaged, destroyed, or turned into shelters, leaving children without safe places to learn. Families are forced to leave behind their homes, and their schools suddenly uprooted from the familiar. In new places, stable learning spaces are hard to find. Classrooms are makeshift, under tents, trees, or crowded rooms without desks or blackboards. Teachers are also displaced, and many don't make it to the relocation areas, leaving fewer hands to guide the learners. Amid the trauma and constant moving, learning is often interrupted. It's hard for children to keep up with school. Basic facilities become scarce like water, toilet, and electricity are often missing. Still, despite everything, teachers keep showing up, holding hope alive and helping children find stability and a chance to learn again. Now we move to key recommendations. to protect education and support those who make it possible. To create real and lasting change, we must prioritize investment in school. Now we move to infrastructure to ensure that every child learns in a safe and supportive environment. At the same time, supporting marginalized communities is essential to bridge long-standing gaps in access and opportunity. Alongside this, we need to explore innovative education solutions like online platforms that can reach learners in even the most remote areas. Most importantly, we must protect education in times of conflict because even in the hardest moments, learning must continue. By taking these steps together, we're not just rebuilding, we're giving every child the chance to learn, grow, and hope again. As the lesson ends, take these echoing quotes to heart. A classroom with a roof can shelter dreams, but a classroom with open doors can change destinies. Education must go beyond paved roads, reaching mountains, conflict zones, and every forgotten child. Even in poverty and war, a single book and a willing mind can become the beginning of hope. Here are my references. Thank you for listening. I hope that beyond the slides, you care with the questions they've raised. If we know what hold learners back, what stops us from breaking those barriers? If one child is still left behind, can we truly say we've moved forward?